So JoJo Diaz will be facing off against Jesus, Ricky, Perez, and it'll be a very good fight today. Should be on the zone. Right now, as far as I know, it's the main event. I'll check in later if it's not, but it's gonna be an interesting fight. It's a Thursday fight, February 15th. I knew something was coming up with JoJo Diaz. I was thinking about JoJo Diaz this morning. I'm like, man, I don't know why I keep thinking about JoJo Diaz. He got a fight today, and it should be a good one, man. So he was thinking about fighting Floyd Schofield, but JoJo Diaz, he needs 500K. You know what I'm saying? At this time right now, I wouldn't say he's a gatekeeper, but when you're sitting around fighting so many different guys, and JoJo Diaz is not a guy that's easy to knock out. He's not easy to beat. He's taking hard losses, and after a while, that kind of builds up on a fighter, and that kind of wears him down. And people got to start trying to put some value into JoJo Diaz, because at this time right now, fighters like him, they take a whole bunch of fights fighting people like Devin Haney and all these other guys, but then you have other people, they're taking their time to kind of make their way around. That's why I'm saying people don't realize this. I've been saying for the past, ever since I got on this channel, two guys who don't get credit, and no, they're not black fighters, because that's all people support. That's what fans say, but it's JoJo Diaz and Oscar Valdez, because those guys, during the last 3 or 4 years, they have put together the hardest fights. They fought the toughest guys in their division. They haven't ran from any smoke. They elevated other people and made their resumes valuable. When you say you have a JoJo Diaz on your resume, that means something in boxing. And Oscar Valdez. So we have to try to keep that value on JoJo Diaz, because he does bring something to boxing still. He is someone who's done more than these other guys who's running around. But with Jose Jesus Ramos, I feel like he's a very good puncher. He can fight in the inside a lot, to the body. He's twitchy, but he's not super fast. I feel like that's something JoJo Diaz will be able to handle. I feel like JoJo Diaz still has a nice right hand. The left hook to the body is a good punch for him. He's not jabbing a whole lot, but at the same time, he's going to do enough to get the job done. I feel like they have similar body types, so JoJo Diaz is going to have to go to the body and stab downstairs to the jab downstairs to the stomach, and be able to keep him off. Just as far as, because Perez, he's going to try to get inside, and he's going to try to go to the body, and he's going to try to throw a couple of blows to the chin, uppercuts, right hooks to the chin. So JoJo Diaz is going to have to watch out for that. It's a huge fight for Perez. He's taking some losses, but a guy with 5 losses sometimes is more dangerous than a guy with 1 loss. I'm telling you, I've seen it plenty of times. That's how guys end up upset. That's how fights like O'Hara Davies versus Ishmael Barroso happen. So at the same time, people have to realize that this is something that could possibly go left as far as for JoJo Diaz. This is a fight where he's trying to get his feet under himself. He's had different things going on in his life, so he's working back, trying to get his feet under him and be able to be at the top of his game again. You know what I'm saying? He's still one of those names that stick out in boxing, and he's known for having tough fights. I know that's just a guy I respect. As a man, I respect JoJo Diaz, the way he moves. He could have said, I'll just get a check and do this and this, but he's trying to put his best foot forward, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do better things and trying to make stuff happen. But I will be watching the fight, but I don't know if I would call it live. I mean, if somebody want me to, I'll do it. Let me know in the comments if you do, but JoJo Diaz is definitely going to be in for a tough fight. It's not an easy fight, even though Perez I think he's 24-5. Still going to be a tough fight. Like, believe it. You know what I'm saying? Perez, I'm pretty sure he has people that's knows he's fighting on an app, TV, whatever it is. So he's definitely gonna be excited. He's gonna be ready. He's gonna come prepared. I don't think he's coming there to get a paycheck, just to lay down. So I think he's coming to make a name for himself. Biggest fight he's had so far, biggest name. So I feel like if he comes in there with the energy that he needs and just have one of them out-of-body experiences, he has enough to get the job done. But he has to know that Diaz can fight outside and inside. So whatever he's trying to do, he just got to make sure that he makes it count. That's all I'm saying. Because I know Diaz is a way bigger threat than what a lot of these people try to make it seem, because they don't want to try to devalue other guys. But Diaz is a hard fight. I feel like the stamina is definitely going to cause some kind of issues down the fight. But if it's at the point where they can kind of pace themselves, that'll be good too. But it'll be a 10-round fight. It's not going to be something that's super extreme. But 10 rounds is still 10 rounds. That's a hard 10 rounds. That's still 30 minutes. So I feel like Perez might be in a little bit of better shape than JoJo, just to say it. Might be in a little more better shape. JoJo might take the rounds, but Perez might have some activity, so JoJo got to be busy. Has to be busy on the outside especially. But that's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.